pyydän teitä kaikkia nousemaan seisomaan kansallislaulujen soittamaksi. Audience, please rise for the national anthem if you can, thank you. First, the national anthem of England. And next, national anthem of Denmark. England lineup today, number 4, Ed Common, 6, Red Baxter, 7, Chris Gordon, 8, John Baldwin, 9, Marcus Harrison, 10, Matt Francis, 11, Sam Smith, and 19, Brad Bates. Denmark lineup today, number 1, Michael Jensen, 7, Mark Guru Jensen, 9, Farzad Nambizada, 10, Kasper Wilker Petersen, 11, Torbjörn Plau, 17, Arvin Bonsen, 92, Simon Dunkop Christensen, and 95, Daniel Lieber. And referees in this game, center referees Nico Balin from France, assistant referees Pablo De Puerto from Argentina, and Mika Waten from Finland, and fourth official Thierry Desant from France.
pass it up to Dowling, and there's the pass to Dowling. Dowling gonna take a shot. Audrey Keeter across to Keyser. Keyser shot in and goal!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Our next match about to begin in just a few minutes. Denmark versus England. We're live from the Paiulahti Training Center for Power Soccer Shop. I'm Tony Jackson. And England, after what was for them a disappointing defeat against the defending European and world champions France, looking to regain their winning ways in this match against Denmark. And Denmark, on the other side, have had a fairly successful tournament so far. They are also hoping to pull away 3 points here in this contest. Your referees for this match in the center from France, Nico Balin. Your assistants are Pablo Del Puerto from Argentina and Mika Walston from Finland. And your fourth official is Thierry Descamps. Still lots on the line here for all sides. England looking to secure second place and a spot in the semifinals. Denmark looking to secure a top 4 spot. Starting lineups for both sides. England in goal, number 7, Chris Gordon. Also on the floor, number 9, Marcus Harrison. Also number 19, Brad Bates, and anchoring the middle, number 8, the captain, John Bolding. For Denmark in goal, number 1, Michael Jensen. Also on the floor, number 11, Torbjørn Krarup. Also joining him, number 7, Mark Conrad Sørensen, and number 10, Kasper Foke Pedersen. Bolding. You see England really trying to reestablish their passing game that they were so good at early in this contest. And we're going to get a 2-on-1 violation on England here. England's entire offensive strategy is built around lots of space and lots of movement. And Denmark are going to try to deny that to them today. Bates across, cut off by Jensen. Bolding over to Harrison, cut off by Pedersen. Krarup now against John Bolding. Harrison. Sørensen doing very well to stop John Bolding. Just kind of getting in his way. He didn't really touch him or anything. Just getting in his way and forcing him to readjust his timing. We saw France do that really well yesterday. Really just completely plugging up all of the passing lanes and not allowing England to get their game going. And see if let's see if Denmark employs a similar tactic this afternoon. Bates into Jensen. Gordon, that ball gets across to Harrison. And you can see the defenders for Denmark being very active out here. That ball last touching off of Harrison. So kick in coming up for Denmark. A 2-on-1 violation on England. Denmark with an indirect free kick. Chris Gordon now looking to open up some passing lanes here, and he missed the ball, and so an opportunity for Denmark to get on the score sheet first. That ball off of Bolding. Pedersen with a shot off of Bolding again. Pedersen looking to try to get around the back of John Bolding. Bolding extremely strong. That ball goes just barely over the touchline. Kick in coming up for England. Bates over to Gordon. Gordon to Bolding. Now those passing lanes starting to open up a little bit for England, but no one there to collect that pass from Bolding, so kick in coming up for Denmark. Bolding going down to Bates. And that ball out of play. Not a good kick there by John Bolding. Gordon over to Bolding. Bolding back to Gordon. Krarup there putting pressure on Chris Gordon. Sørensen, that ball rolls around Chris Gordon, going to clear it. Bolding's there to collect it. Krarup for Denmark, pressuring the England defense. But John Bolding turning him away. Nice move, John Bolding. Good work to get around Krarup. Now Bolding, the pass across to Bates. Bolding, the cross cut off by Pedersen, and a 2-on-1 violation on Denmark. Advantage called, play continues, and now they're going to bring it back and set up an indirect free kick for England. Harrison. Harrison again, the cross. The clearance by Pedersen. Gordon keeps it in. Harrison stops the ball close to a 2-on-1 violation. Advantage called again by the referee, and now corner up Sørensen getting around John Bolding. The pass across Pedersen. John Bolding does well to cut it off. Jensen. Krarup. Oh, he tried to pass it across to Sørensen, but it goes out of play. Kick in coming up for England. 8th minute of the match. We're scoreless. I want to thank you all once again for joining us. It's an overcast and rainy day here in Nastola, Finland, but thank goodness we play inside. Marcus Harrison now for England. Over to Bates. Bates to Bolding. Bolding trying to cut it across. Harrison with a spin kick over, and Pedersen, nicely done, well defended. Bates, Bolding, across to Harrison. Harrison, nicely stopped by Jensen. Great defense by Denmark. They're really doing well to close off the lanes from England and prevent them from getting clean shots off. Krarup doing well against Bolding, but Bolding retaining possession. Lots of contact. Kick in coming up for England. Bates over to Gordon, 2-on-1 violation. But no call from the officials. Sørensen, that ball springs out. Krarup, that ball goes the wrong way for Denmark. Now Pedersen, Harrison's got a shot. That ball off of Pedersen. Can Krarup save it? He can. Now Marcus Harrison trying to work his way through the Denmark defense. Harrison blocked off by Jensen. Bolding to Harrison. Harrison across. Pedersen with a long clearance. Chris Gordon is right there to stop it though. That ball still in play. John Bolding rips it away. Sørensen knocks it out. I think even though Sørensen wanted to keep it in play, that was probably the best result just to keep England from counterattacking. We're going to get a 2-on-1 violation on Denmark. Krarup comes up to make a play on it and stops Harrison from passing back to Bolding. Torbjørn Krarup getting around Bolding. Bolding now trying to turn him back around, and he does. Bolding now slowly running down the floor. 2-on-1 violation. Advantage called. And now that no advantage opened up, we're going to bring the ball back. So England making a change. Brad Bates coming on in his place, number 11, Sam Smith. Harrison off of Konrad Sørensen. Chris Gordon, heavy contact. The pass out, Bolding. Nicely done. Oh, Sørensen! The bounce just wide of the post. Oh my goodness. England almost conceded a goal there. Great job by Denmark. Good defense by Mark Konrad Sørensen. But he just couldn't get quite the right angle on it, and absolutely no one back there to cover the goal area for England. Krarup and Harrison collided over there on the touchline. Let's see what the referees decide is going to happen here. Looks like we're just simply going to replay the goal kick. Harrison going to collect that ball. Krarup trying to stop Harrison. Nicely done. Sorensen now with the ball trying to get around Chris Gordon, and he does. Nice move. Sorensen trying to get behind Bolding, trying to get around Bolding. Chris Gordon retreating into the goal area for England. The ball kicks out. Bolding over to Harrison. Harrison, that one deflected. Jensen across the court. Krarup holds on to the ball. Sam Smith is there for England. Nice touch by Krarup. John Bolding touches. Actually, he does not touch the ball. Goes out. Kicking coming up for England. That ball down the floor, and England seem all kinds of disjointed at the moment. Lots of conversation going on between Bolding and Gordon. And Denmark really playing England quite tightly here, trying to plug up those lanes and prevent England from really playing their game. Now Sam Smith with the ball. Smith back over to Bolding. Bolding back to Smith. Smith. 2-on-1 violation, but advantage called. Play continues. And now it looks like we're going to bring it back. No, the advantage is still continuing here. That's close to a 2-on-1 violation on England, but Sorensen, that ball out of play, and we're going to actually get a foul on Chris Gordon. Ed Common looking to come back into the match. England about to make a switch. And it looks like Marcus Harrison is going to be coming out. Chris Gordon and John Bolding arguing down here at the top of the England goal area. Krarup across to Sorensen, back to Krarup. John Bolding almost backs into Tove and Krarup. Now Bolding with a pass down the floor. Sam Smith with it. Folke Pedersen clears it out. Bolding wrestling the ball away. 17th minute here, England, Denmark, still scoreless. Nicely done. Sorensen knocks the ball out of play. Again, great defense by Denmark here in this first half so far. England getting some chances but not able to penetrate the Danish defense. Smith back up to Bolding. That ball off of Bolding and out of play. Bolding trying to get around Sorensen. Heavy contact. Play continues. Nice play, but the ball deemed a kick in for England. Now that ball looked like it touched off the corner of John Bolding's guard. Let's watch that again. That ball looked like it hit off of John Bolding's guard before it went out of play. And there it is right there. You see the ball hitting John Bolding as the ball was starting to roll over the touchline. But as it stands, England going to get this kick in. That ball comes all the way across. Chris Gordon winding up for a shot. Chris Gordon the save. Pedersen. Common looking to go towards goal. Nicely done, Foke Pedersen. Good save. Denmark counterattacking. Sorensen mishit that ball. Foke Pedersen, the kick out. Sorensen comes in to take over, and that ball knocked out of play. Closing in on the 20th minute, and there is still no score. Thought I heard a whistle, but looked like it came from the crowd. Sorensen looking to kick out to Foke Pedersen, who's at the top of the area, but Sorensen couldn't quite get enough of the ball to get it up. Now another opportunity for Denmark to attack. Oh, Sorensen almost got around Gordon there. Sorensen crashing into John Bolding, and that is going to end the Danish attack. Added time here in the first half. We are in a tightly contested scoreless draw at the moment. That ball gets through. Sorensen, 2-on-1 violation. Krarup not getting out of the way in time. Bolding across to Common, back up to Bolding, but Chris Gordon's going to take it all the way over to Smith. Krarup, Sorensen cuts it off. Now he's trying to get around Chris Gordon. Nicely done. Sorensen, oh, what a huge collision in the goal area, and that foul called on Krarup Sorensen, and referee Nico Balin is going to issue a yellow card. And we see here, he tried to pass it back up, but he slammed into John Bolding. I think if Krarup Sorensen had passed the ball a little bit sooner, he would have not only got off a clean pass, but also would have certainly avoided the foul. Halftime whistle is blown. England, Denmark, scoreless. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the next 20 minutes, you are watching the 2019 EPFA Nations Cup. We'll be back in a few minutes. The second half is about to begin between Denmark and England. For Power Soccer Shop, I'm Tony Jackson. And England, Denmark, scoreless at the moment. Both teams have had opportunities to break this draw. Let's see if anyone can find an answer here in the second half. England on the break first. Bolding getting tied up by Sørensen. Bolding gets the ball away. Bolding, Common across the area. Sam Smith back over to Bolding. Bolding with the shot saved by Jensen. And that ball goes out of play. Kick in coming up for England. Referee Nico Balen talking to both Bolding and Sørensen about the contact. Gordon to Common. Common across the area, cut off by Pedersen. Ball out of play, set ball called. Corner of Sørensen, nicely done to get around Ed Common. Now trying to get around Bolding, the kick out. Krarup. Krarup with a shot, but it's going to go wide. Chris Gordon was there. Nicely read by Sørensen. Now a shot saved by Bolding. Sørensen saw a space between Bolding and Gordon, but John Bolding closed it down. The ball across into Gordon, and now a break. Jensen is there. Jensen. Krarup tries to cut off the ball. Common sends the ball into the area. Sørensen there to stop it. And that ball is going to be sent out for an England corner kick. We're going to get a substitution. Marcus Harrison coming into the match, and coming out, Sam Smith. So Marcus Harrison is going to take this kick for England. Harrison requesting that the ball be moved to the bottom corner of the triangle. Harrison up to Bolding. Bolding into the Danish defense. Bolding back to Harrison. Bolding now. That ball off of Sørensen. Good defense. Gordon, Harrison right into Folke Pedersen. Another kick in coming up for England. Bolding back to Harrison. Harrison tries to go back up to Bolding, but not enough pace on it, and a little too heavy on the touch for Sørensen, and a kick in coming up for England. John Bolding going to take this one. Harrison all the way back up. Krarup cuts it off but he swings into Bolding. Play continues, advantage called for England. Sørensen across to Krarup, but Krarup moved out of the way. Bolding across, Sørensen cuts it off. Bolding hits that ball out of play. And again, Denmark doing fantastic work on defense, just closing down the English opportunities to really get that ball moving. Common up to Gordon. Gordon across to Bolding. Bolding cut up by Krarup. Nicely done. Krarup forced Gordon into action. Chris Gordon had no other choice other than to kick that ball out of play. And Mark Kernerup Sørensen just sitting there plugging up that wall, and now he switches out Krarup right in front of Chris Gordon. Look at Peterson, winds up, shoots that ball right into Gordon. Now Marcus Harrison chasing. That ball still in play. The kick out, Peterson with a shot off of Bolding. Sørensen. Bolding moving the ball down the floor, close to a 2-on-1 violation. Gordon over to Bolding, Bolding across, Foke Pedersen over to Sørensen, and he hits it right to where Common can keep the attack going. 2-on-1 violation, advantage called. Bolding takes the ball, and now we're going to get a free kick for Denmark. Krarup over to Sørensen, back to Krarup, close to 2-on-1 violation, and a heavy collision. It's going to be a free kick coming up for England. I will say, even though the players are protected by those chairs, those collisions do not feel good. So hopefully everybody's okay. Referee Nico Balin, a little talking to with Kernerup Sørensen. Nicely done there. Cutting off that pass at Common. Trying to go to Bolding. Chris Gordon there. 2-on-1 violation. Foke Pedersen cut off by Bolding. Krarup's got the ball though. Krarup tried to kick it back out to Foke Pedersen. Bolding forced to carry the ball down the floor. This is really not the way England want to play this game, but Denmark forcing them into the situation. Marcus Harrison with the ball, trying to get around Jensen. That ball goes out for a corner kick. Harrison up to Bolding, Bolding across, and that ball not over the line. The referee says he raised the flag that signaling that it was over the line. Let's see what the decision is. We'll watch it again. I don't think that ball went completely over the line, but the referee is signaling a goal. Let's watch that right there. It doesn't quite look like it's over the line, but we're kind of at an off angle here. Let's rewind that just a little bit and see. Right there, I mean, that ball doesn't look like it's completely over the line.
England
But as it stands, England have been awarded a goal. Krarup taking on Harrison. Nicely done, Kevin Krarup up to Sørensen. Sørensen misses the shot. Vøke Pedersen across, and Krarup with a shot, and he just misses. Wonderful pass by Kasper Vøke Pedersen. Let's watch that again. And you see Krarup just not ready for that pass to come across. I mean, that pass had beaten the English defense, but Krarup just was not ready for it. And now John Bolden coming out of the match, coming on in his place, number 10, Matt Francis. Harrison over to Francis. Francis over to Common. Krarup trying to hold on to the ball. Nicely done by Matt Francis. Sørensen trying to get around Chris Gordon. That ball out of play. And if you're just joining us, England off a semi-controversial call, leading 1-0 over Denmark at the moment. Harrison couldn't quite get turned around to touch that ball and keep it in play. Common 2-on-1 violation, but advantage called. Play continues. Sørensen dragging Matt Francis. And we're going to get a foul on Matt Francis. Looks like we're going to get a direct free kick coming up for Denmark. Kasper Vøke Pedersen into the English defense. Krarup with a spin kick. He was just a little bit late on it. A little indecisive as to how to attack that ball as it was coming towards him. Denmark definitely having their chances here in the second half. Gordon touches that ball. Harrison is there. Krarup rotates out of the area. Some heavy contact going on here. That ball touching off of Denmark. Kick in for England coming up. 34th minute of the match, England with a very slim 1-0 lead. Common back up to Francis, across to Harrison. Harrison up to Gordon. Harrison slows the ball down. The kick out, Krarup. 2-on-1 violation on England. Now, the 2-on-1 is actually being called on Denmark. So there was one on England, but the one committed by Denmark taking place first. So Chris Gordon going down to Harrison. Back up to Gordon. Gordon cut off by Kornerup Sørensen. Sørensen has the ball stripped away. Danish trainers looking for a foul there. Francis looking for an option. Marcus Harrison looking to be the open player at the moment. Very patient play happening here. Francis off of Sørensen. Harrison right into Floke Pedersen. Harrison, Francis, back to Harrison. Pass cut off. Ball still in play here. Nicely done, Sørensen, but Matt Francis strips the ball away. Oh, and there is a collision and a foul, and it looks like Mark Kornerup Sørensen and fair play by the English trainers. Referee Nico Balin was about to issue Sørensen his second yellow card, and the English coaching staff implored the referee not to issue the card. So Sørensen allowed to continue, and it looks like they're going to sub him out because they can ill afford to lose him for the rest of this tournament. Even though I will agree with the referee that was probably a bookable offense, but again, fair play to the English trainers. And it looks like Farzad Nabizada is going to come into the match. Krarup trying to get around the English defense. Denmark attacking Krarup. Cut off by Harrison. Krarup lets that ball roll out of place. Smart move. Now, Krarup actually coming out of the match, I thought that maybe they would substitute Sørensen, considering that he was already on a yellow card and nearly got a second. That ball, Floke Pedersen holds the ball in, and that shot going just wide. Kick in, or excuse me, goal kick coming up for England. 39th minute. So Chris Gordon coming out of the match, John Bolden coming on in his place. Again, we are in the 39th minute. England holding on to a 1-0 lead. Close to a 2-on-1 violation. And referee Nico Balin is going to bring it back. No advantage presented itself, so an indirect free kick coming up for England. Common over to Harrison. Harrison, the shot, saved. Common back up to Bolden, cut off by Sørensen. Floke Pedersen with the ball. The pass across, Ed Common. Common holding onto the ball. Common all the way back up. Matt Francis is going to take the ball. common. Nice passing by England, and they're really starting to get it going here late in the match. Nicely done there, Sørensen. Bolding across to Francis. Francis swings it down the floor, but out of play. Denmark with the ball. Time running out. We're going to get another substitution. It looks like Torbjørn Krarup is coming back on. Farzad Nabizadeh coming off. There's the final whistle. A tightly contested battle between these two fantastic teams. England come out 1-0 with the victory, and holding true to form with this tournament. Every single match so far has been a clean sheet for the winner. Let's see if that streak can be broken at all today. Coming up next, Austria versus France. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll bring that match to you. You're watching the 2019 EPFA Nations Cup. We'll be back with the next match in a little bit.